Here's one example of how we know that what you pay attention to doesn't just change your brain chemistry, it changes your brain composition. A researcher out of London named Eleanor Maguire and her team out of the University College London did a study on the brains of London cabbies. London cab drivers are notorious for having to memorize like 25,000 streets and over 300 routes and know what attractions are within, a half a mile to a mile from each other and prove their proficiency on a test that is so comprehensive it's called the knowledge. Anyway, Eleanor Maguire was wondering if this deep and intensive training that changed their brain chemistry or their brain composition. And it turns out that these London cabbies, compared to non-cabbies, have a much larger posterior hippocampus, which is where spatial memory and spatial awareness resides in your brain. And that cabbies who had been doing the job for longer had even larger posterior hippocampus areas, meaning the longer you did it and the more you applied the knowledge, the larger that area of your brain got. So what we pay attention to, what we devote our attention and time to, doesn't just change how we think and how we feel, it literally changes the makeup of our most important organ in our body. Knowing what we know about how our brain composition can change based on what we pay attention to, how do we think the hours and hours, day after day, that we spend doom scrolling on social media is changing our brain? And is it for better or worse? Now, follow-up research is actually linking these studies of these cab drivers and their brain health to Alzheimer's research. And they're finding that London cab drivers, as well as ambulance drivers, have some of the lowest rates of Alzheimer's. If we haven't met, my name is Leanne. I'm a marriage and family therapist. I do research at the intersection of human connection and AI, and I'm extremely passionate about child, brain, and social development. And my aim is to bring awareness to how social media and AI products are impacting negatively the social development and the brain development of our youth. And as evidenced by this research, also adults. As always, leave a comment if you have one and follow along as I continue to dissect big questions at the intersection of human connection and AI.